So my introduction to gaming, I wanted to be a game designer as a 7-year-old, and I actually made crosswords and exchanged it with a family friend. And he made them for me, I made them for him. The other part of, I suppose, my uncles installed Pong, the video game, on the television back home, and my dad immediately said you should erase it because, you know, it makes too much strange noises and it's going to break and explode the television. So that were two of the sort of defining things when I was a child. I was in my 40s when I started studying game design, so yeah, late in life, but still happening. I suppose my start in my career didn't involve games originally, or not by design, because my dad told me I shouldn't be a game designer. There was no money in games, so get a real job. So my real career path took me to first studying marketing and then actually working in change management consulting pretty much all of the time, and in learning management, and then setting up my business in Ireland doing business coaching. By default, I ended up with a lot of learning games. I did a lot of training events, and in training, a lot of games work to get complex messages across or to break down barriers around communication, around leadership. So it was always fun to do that. In 2012, I set up Gamification Nation, which is my baby, my company, and I've grown it to be a good player in that industry. We won the Gamification Outstanding Agency Award last year, and that's because we work mainly on games that actually have a serious purpose. So serious games, or taking game elements and game psychology and applying it to business processes, from recruitment to training to sales to anything that is a process. We basically map game mechanics to and motivate people to go through it. Diversity in the industry is non-existent at this point. I mean, if you look at, and when I look for suppliers, for example, and for hiring, the majority of organizations are male-oriented. The amount of indie game studios with only males is fascinatingly large, but there are no all-female teams. And the only female I know of that tried to set up an all-female company in tech was stopped from doing it because she was discriminating against men, which I found fascinating. I think from a marketing perspective, it's important to target the type of gamer that you're after. Whether that's a man or a woman is irrelevant, but if you want to attract girls, you want female heroes or sheroes, you know, something that I can aspire to be like. I think it still is an aspirational person that we want to be, and, you know, most girls, when they play as gamers, will also play male characters, and vice versa. So it should be the target audience, should be the type of gamer you're after, but more female heroes. I'd love to see that. So for a young person entering the industry, and especially a girl, is you got to be determined, build resilience, because you will get pushback, but go for it. I mean, just study what you're passionate about, pick the area in gaming that resonates with you. For me, it's design, but for others, it's maybe asset creation, development, and stick with that. Even though you'll be surrounded by boys, show them how good you are, and let there be no doubt that you fit in, and just keep going.